Hey, good morning. How are y'all doing? Um, huh, got some updates coming in on my screen here. I didn't want them. It should be closed. Apparently, it'll still work. Hey, I want to wish you a great day. It's a little bit later in the morning here. Been a busy morning. It's 24 degrees out this morning, so I had to drive my daughter to school. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. I want to talk about HR and incentives, bonuses, right? I know it's a taboo topic and people are scared of that to talk about, but I want to talk a little bit to cap off. We had talked a week or two ago about metrics and aspects of metrics, and I wanted to add one since it is a new year, something that you can bring up as an agile coach or a scrum master. Even I need to bring it up as a recommendation to one of my clients and stuff like that. Is the idea of bonuses or incentives. It's okay to want to incentive people. People like incentives. They do work. And people can be on the high and mighty and say that people will just do it because they love it. And to a point, they do. But you know what? They also like a little extra gratitude. It's like tip money for doing such a good job. And I will say, if something goes wrong with this thing, I had to do wireless because for some reason my wire connection decided it wanted to go kablooey this morning. Actually started out yesterday. I might have to do some repair work after the show. But I want to talk today about HR, working with HR and set up incentives, bonuses, whether it be paid or not, or days off. So let's talk about that today on the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum show as we close out some of the discussion about metrics in the beginning of the year and budgeting for stuff like this. It's a good time to do it. It's still January. It's not far into the year. Maybe it's something that everyone can approach and discuss. So here on the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum show, we talk about Scrum and Agile in a very practical and tactical way. So you can bring more value to customer, not work so hard to bring that value to customer, and have a little fun along the way. And I'll say, what's more fun than getting a little incentive bonus or a day off or something? So we'll talk about that. So I know there's a lot of people out there who are scared to death to talk about individual bonuses. I think you should. I think there should be some individual bonuses. People work hard. Some people work harder than others. Some people don't. And why not give them an incentive? Some form of that. Just working all the same time, all the time, and we're always trying to get better and everything. Maybe there's a bonus or something that gets out. I mean, we would do kudo cards and for people who contributed to it as a team. There's stuff at the team levels you can do where people will get points, whoever contributor, people who do the most teamwork approach to their teammates are most helpful. We would give them points, and then at the end of every sprint, we would do a random drawing or every couple sprints or once a month for people to win a prize. Maybe and here we have a Wawa place. We would give out gift cards or coffees or something, donut shops or healthy stuff. Maybe Hello Fresh, who knows, something healthy, right? To those who really contributed. And we as a team, myself as a Scrum Master, I would bring our coach, I would bring that up. But we should also look at HR and work with HR and discuss it with them. HR does not know Agile. They don't know how it's incentive. They don't know how it's set up. So I'm working on an HR program to talk about it, to help them understand where they can play a role in these agile teams. And I help managers and scrum masters, product owners and teams be more productive to deliver more for the company. And this is what I'm saying is that maybe we look at incentives for the teams, right? Maybe you look at a agile incentive based on metrics to close out the metrics we had talked before. So maybe we have some metrics. Why not ponder the idea of some incentives for achieving metrics, to achieving growth, for meeting what we commit to in a sprint and delivering, right? Maybe that goes into your annual proposal. Some companies can't give out money. Okay. Can they give time? Can they do comp time, right? Maybe the team can get a day off. Maybe if the team does well, the company will sponsor a picnic for the day or something like that for the team. There's things that HR can do. There's flexibility. Someplace there's not flexibility, and then I would say, really, there's no flexibility. Are we doing a real good job? I mean, if their thing is just the bottom line dollar, how long those people are going to pay? But even that, there's always got to be some kind of flexibility in there somewhere to incentivize that activity. But maybe there isn't. But what I'm saying is that we have to go up. We have to coach up as well as down, right? As Scrum Masters, we have to go up as well as down to the team. Part of going up is to educate managers, HR, corporate people on what makes a team produce more, what could help. So maybe there's some incentives we can tie to some of these metrics we do. If the team meets their commitment metrics for a quarter, maybe they all get a bonus. Maybe it's partial. Maybe their bonus structure is part individual, part team, right? Maybe they get maybe there's a little bit of both on those things. It doesn't necessarily have to be a P&L statement, because a team could be P&L, which is profit and loss. Maybe they can. If they can, they get a percentage of that, because there's a lot of organizations where if the companies are profitable or make some money on the job they did, a piece of the action goes to the team. That could be calculated. It's more difficult than it is some of the simple metrics. Same reason why I think it's important to see when we deploy something, how well is it being used from a customer, internal or external? And don't tell me there's no way for the dev team to put little trackers on there to see just the count of number of people that use what they created. If they created something and no one uses it, do we really get an incentive for that, right? Do we get it? Because does it add value to the team? I don't know. And it may take 3 sprints, may take a quarter to see some return on that investment. So maybe the incentive is not right there in the sprint. However, it could be in the quarter, right? So every quarter, the team, are we meeting our incentives? Are we meeting our goal? Sales team, no different than the sales team. They have goals. They have monthly goals. They have monthly targets. They get incentivized. There's no reason, and it works for them. So why wouldn't it work for a dev team? And I know there's people out there, but that's not agile, Greg. And we're a team, and we shouldn't get individual stuff, and we shouldn't do that. Why not? Right? I'm just asking the question. Why not? Can't hurt to ask, right? If you don't ask, you'll never get, right? So my challenge to organizations and Scrum Masters is to start asking those questions. Can we do that? I know there's HR stuff and there's personnel and they don't disclose, but why not make a team incentive? Hey, if the team does this, part of the agile mentality, the agility mentality, working as a team to produce more faster, quicker, maybe the team gets a bonus. It's not a full bonus. Maybe it's a partial bonus. Maybe it's a percentage of the bonus. Maybe they can get bonuses throughout the year. And that's another thing. Why wait to the end of the year to give a bonus out? Why not? This is also better for probably taxes, by the way. Give a little bit of that out as each quarter goes by. If they meet their goals, they get their stuff done, they get a bonus, right? If as an individual performs better, the team can, or whatever individual metrics the team wants to have, and they should have that discussion first just by management. What individual metrics should they go by? If they were going to be measured, if they want to say they were not measured, then how do we give you a bonus, right? There's individual metrics, but the way you balance it so they don't go off on their own and don't care about anybody else is you have to couple that with a team incentive. You need both. You need the individual and you need the team incentives as part of the process, right? It pairs together, and somehow working with your HR group, how would that look? Now, does everyone in the company have to do it? I don't know. It depends on your company. Maybe you can experiment. Maybe you can propose an experiment, not to see if it works, to see if it has any value. And if it doesn't work, we do away with it, right? You got to be a little flexible in the organization. That's that agility to experiment with something. Does doing that help incentivize the teams? So I wanted to share that with you on the cap of our metrics for the beginning of the year. I wanted to say it a couple, but there was other stuff that came up. But today on We Team HR Wednesday, how can HR play into your agility team, your agile teams? How can the teams play with HR? How can we as leaders help start those discussions? And what might that look like? What is possible? Just go up and say, is there anything possible at all? Time off, whatever, Can they get a comp time? Can they get a half day? Can they get a couple hours? Can they get a free lunch? Can they get treated? Hey, we do good in the quarter. We buy lunch for the team, right? Rather than just randomly buy lunch, which you can, why not buy them lunch when they get successful and give them that little edge that when they get successful, they get a free lunch. I know, was it Elon Musk and Twitter or X? He's like, all these people getting free lunches. Well, rather than give them free lunch all the time, which would be nice, maybe they get eliminated because they can't afford it. Bring it back as an incentive. Hey, we're going to treat you all to lunch if you meet these goals. People might say, well, why would I? Because, we're going to want to grow anyhow. Why not meet a goal and get a free lunch? Meet a goal, and we treat you all to a local baseball game or a football game or a sport event or something like that. It could be. They can come up with ways to do that. But start that now in the early part of the year. Bridge that discussion now. It may take a while. It may take 2 years to get there. But if you never start, you'll never get there. I just want to bridge that because I know so many agile people are like, oh, no, I can't do it. I'm like, why not? Why not ask? Why not check it? Incentives work. They clearly do. To poo-poo them because you don't think you're higher because you're more an elitist than other people with the incentives. I disagree with that, right? So try to think about building incentives from an individual perspective and a team perspective that you can work out with HR to build a more productive team, to produce more work, find new ways to do business. Even the team can do that. I talked about before. We did a kudos thing. Like I said, teamwork, people in the teamwork, get them a kudos. Maybe HR will fund it, supply gift cards or something like that you want to give. Hey, do we have anything we got? Maybe there's something they can do. I know a lot of companies do kudos things or good job things or whatever. They can do that. So with that, I want to wish you the best. I want to wish you happy scrumming. And part of me kicked off of this because I was doing my 60-day challenge. And part of it is little micro things, which I'm going to talk about next week on Tuesday when we do 2 for 1 or 10x your day. I'm going to talk more about that. But I was thinking about those little incentives help. Little tiny incentives make you feel like you accomplish something, get a little reward for doing that hard work. Why not reward yourself? I was talking this morning about rewarding yourself for meeting some of your challenge goals for the day. Find a way to give yourself a reward. Put that into the mix. With that, I want to wish you the best. Don't forget, sign up for our newsletter so you can get on our Slack channel so you can throw up ideas or get some feedback or see what worked by other people. I might ask the Slack channel if they have ever dealt with that and done any kind of rewards with that. Actually, that's a good question. I will ask that in the Slack channel today. So I want to wish you the best. And have fun, enjoy. So take care. See you again next time. And stay warm out there. It's like 23 degrees here in Philly. It's cold. Bye.